Career era defining artist.
Banger.
Facts. Let them know.
All I want is you. Took them back to 2010, Heather B.
That's crazy. That was 2010?
Took them back to 2010.
And it still sound good. That's when you know you got one.
It's love.
I almost got to a point in my career, if you ain't put 10 years in, I don't even want to sit down with you.
You'd still kind of like that.
You could really call that. You could really be like, you know what? Nah.
Yeah.
You're not qualified to speak to me?
Give me 10.
You're not qualified to write.
Give me 10.
You haven't crossed the threshold yet.
That's it.
Come on, man. Through multiple albums, millions of sales, concert tickets, brilliant records written, amazing music sang, creative projects played. I've known this young man for a long time.
Good
before
energy.
You all knew him. You know, he used to come up to the world famous Wake Up Show with King Tech and me.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Basics.
Shout out to Basic, who used to work with us. And Basic used to tell us about him, and I love telling this story because I like keeping the roots tied together. And to watch this man on big stages, whether it's Grammys or seeing him at Billboard or MTV and all of these different things, I know the work he put in to get to this point. And the man we've been able to watch him grow in the last 15 years. And he barely looks like he's 15 years of age.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
What's in
crazy
that cup,
shit. I don't
homie?
know what he drinking. What is he drinking?
Not 15.
15. I knew him before he was a father.
Bro, it's crazy.
And now we got that in common.
Man, it's a trip.
And I can't wait to celebrate with you,
trip,
brother.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a trip, right? Give it
Yeah,
up
it's a
for
trip.
Miguel. Miguel is here.
What up?
A fave.
Man,
Miguel,
I'm back.
You back,
I'm
bro.
back.
Did
I'm
you
back.
ever leave?
Like I never left.
Okay.
I never left.
All
I just was taking a moment, taking a second to just get myself together.
Okay.
But I'm back in terms of like being out and in front of the camera and all that good stuff. So it feels good, and it feels even better when you come back and it's like homecoming with your homies and the big homies and just the loved ones. You know, it's the kind of reception you hope for.
So you went. You had to go do some life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And one of the things you did is you became a father.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna talk about that.
Yes,
okay?
we should. We should talk about it.
Because I'm a dad, and man, Miguel, I remember when my daughter was born. Were you there when your son was born?
I caught him. I caught my son.
Oh my God!
And you know when they ask if you want to cut the umbilical cord, they asked me if I wanted to carry him to the weighing station. Man, I just been telling this story is one of the most impactful moments of my life. Singing, because when he was in the womb, I would sing Curtis Mayfield, "The Makings of You." Wow! And the moment they put him in my hands, and I'm carrying him to the weighing station, and he's kind of crying, and I start singing "The Makings of You" by Curtis Mayfield.
Wow.
His eyes open right up, and it was such a powerful. He recognized me, and he completely stopped crying, and he just relaxed. He just relaxed in my hands. And I just took him and I placed him on the table, and we've been like this, locked in, and just watching him has given me so much more. Has actually given me new faith and new hope that I just couldn't have had without him. So it's crazy.
Yeah, man. Becoming a father, like mine wasn't. It's not like I picked a date on the calendar and said, in this year, I want a child to be born. Right? That didn't happen for you either, right? No. Yeah, but then you realize, because it's a scary proposition,
right?
Initially, but then you realize how much of a huge blessing that it is, right? And then it changes everything.
They say it,
Yeah.
And then when you feel it, it's even the understanding of it's life changing and all those things is you can't really put words to the way that it completely restructures your beliefs and obviously your priorities change, but the way that I believe and hope in the world is a way that I couldn't have expected or imagined. And the way that I get behind what I say and what I do is different now. Yeah. Because it's on his behalf.
It's on his behalf.
How I talk to myself, how I hold myself accountable, all of those things change and the depth and the reason and the purpose change.
Yeah.
In a way I couldn't have imagined. Yeah.
Well, something happened for me, and I ask you, maybe in similar ways. My child affected my work, right?
Big time.
My work ethic. She doesn't even know it, Right. But when she was born, I didn't half-ass nothing. People thought I was a workaholic. I was driven by being a provider for this human being. And some of this work I was doing, I doubted if I should even be doing it anymore. Right? Especially when you work in radio. At this time, she was born in 98, 99, 2000, in that area of radio. And it's just, I didn't want to perpetuate any negativity, gossip. I didn't want to be a part of nothing that the music industry, even the corruption, was surrounding me with. And I almost tapped out. And then I had Red Alert come to me, DJ Red Alert, and told me, you can't leave.
You can't leave.
Yeah, that's what Red told me.
You can't leave now.
He said,
we need you.
You can't leave now.
Yeah.
And he said, that's more the reason why you need to stay. It's for your child. That next year, I got hired at MTV, moved to New York, and the whole nine. I'm curious with this album, CAOS, because your child was born during the making?
During the making.
How did that affect you creatively? Did you have to really look at your career and your world and go, man, what is this? Man,
in the same way I was tapping out. I think I was fighting an uphill battle to find a reason, and I create because I love it, and I found the creative part that I fell in love with from the beginning in the 8-year span. But it wasn't until the last, that 9-month gap of finding out that I was going to be a father. And having him, that the album and the drive to actually be an artist in the public, I refound that. And the reason is because that accountability made me do the digging on myself and really addressing things that I needed to go, oh, now I discover what my next 10 years is going to be about. He was the push, that I needed to kind of get some things together within myself. And in that time, I found, oh, this is about to be my mission. I'm going to spend my next 10 years building a platform for Black and brown Latino artists left of center like myself, who need stories told, that are telling stories that need to be heard, that didn't get the development like I did, that came from, I came from San Pedro, as you know, San Pedro and Inglewood, that come from underserved communities, from obscurity, who have new, interesting point of views that give us more humanity, that encapsulate the kind of stories and the kind of creativity that bring people together. Okay, that's what's going to be my next 10. I'm going to spend it doing A, B, and C. And so it was him finding out and really coming to terms with the responsibility I needed to really have with myself that got me to the realization of how I was going to approach this next 10 years. And part of that is, building that platform was like, okay, well, then I got to step out and be the artist. I got to do that too. So yeah, he's a big part.
He's a big part, huh?
Big part of that.
Wow, man, that's deep, Heather.
Beautiful.
And then, so when you listen to that album, and now that you told me this mission to bring out these stories of Black and brown folks that don't always have the ability to do so for whatever reasons, it explains why we hear you sing so much in Spanish, right? That has a lot to do with it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think also just the tremendous amount of pride and the redefining of my experiences growing up, how I used to look back and go, man, it was hard being Black and Mexican in LA in the 90s. And I think I used to have it was a hurdle. It was something I had to overcome in my memories. And now I think I look at it and I go, no, those are the defining moments. Those are the ones that empowered me, that gave me the resilience, that gave me this unique positioning, really, to be able to speak to both cultures and to speak to both crowds and to kind of hopefully create a new bridge. And that's the intention, is to create a new bridge, not just creatively, definitely creatively, but also outwardly, to talk to a new audience. And I think my parents were kind of cutting edge with it. You know what I mean? They were ahead of the curve when it comes to me, man. They were way ahead, and it would be crazy to not really lean into that and celebrate that in my work.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what that's about.
What would a luncheon look like? Would it be like?
You know what?
Lay out the menu.
Would it be like collard greens
Ah,
and,
you know
and a
that-
burrito, or like?
Listen,
You
we're
bringing them
getting
all.
the collard greens, we're getting the fried chicken, we're getting the oxtails and the enchiladas.
We're getting
And
enchiladas.
the chile relleno,
Okay.
and the, you know what I'm saying, the asada. We're getting all of that.
We getting
all
of that?
Yeah, we're getting all
I
that.
like
man.
that.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
I like that.
We got DJ Severe. He the LA Dodgers DJ. just to let
Thanksgiving's
you
coming
know.
up. That's
Yeah.
what it's looking
Yes,
at.
sir.
Let's go.
You think Miguel can do the anthem for the World Series?
You know,
or
it's
something?
interesting. I was going to bring up a point. So every year we have the Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de los Muertos.
And I always play "Remember Me" once we
Word.
show our tribute.
Mhm.
I always play "Remember Me."
Man.
So every year I'm playing that.
That's dope.
And somebody always looks over and says that's a perfect song. So I keep that here along with the
In
rest
there.
of the bangers.
Yeah, that's love. That's love. I think we've actually kind of pitched that for this year. We
Oh, you
pitched
did?
like coming out there
Yeah.
for that. I mean, you know, Dodgers. I'm LA native. That's
right,
our
right,
team.
right.
Go
right.
Dodgers, go blue. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We did it that last game. Side note, that last game, one of the best games ever played.
That was
Ever.
crazy, right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Woo!
He was there.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh my God! I mean, history.
Yeah, history.
History, man.
It's incredible. I had to take a minute to say like how big the moment was, because at first we was working. You had to stop yourself and say, "This is a big moment."
Oh,
you know, as
my
it was, you know what I
goodness.
mean. But yeah, it was incredible.
I mean, the pitching and then the hitting is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. So yeah,
Yo,
we
yo.
going. We out of here.
We out of here.
Outta here.
Chaos is the album, October 23rd.
That's
Miguel
right.
is hanging out. We played that Martyrs track. The video is dope. You directed the video?
I directed that with MZ, Margaret Zhang, my partner. So she and I kind of came up with this storyline. Actually, it all started because I was thinking about where I see myself and people, my audience listening to the song, and I was like, this is a headphone in the car banger.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, late night sessions when I'm just coming with ideas, I'm a hit the blunt real quick and I'm gonna just kind of think about it, close my eyes, and I was like, no, this video got to be in the car. And so I was like, okay, what if I'm driving in all these situations, and I'm taking people to their destination because the song is about taking matters into your own hands.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, what if it's not me? What if it's that we're showing people in different circumstances they're voicing and they're taking action on what they believe in. And so then it was like, what if it's to a rally? What if it's press who's trying to cover the story that's being buried, i.e. what we're seeing, take place in
In
real
our country,
time,
yeah.
abroad in Gaza and so on and so forth. In so many places, a lot of stories not being told, where there's people putting their lives on the line to tell the stories and get the word out. Or if it's people who are, taking matters in their own hands in a wrong way. All of these ways that reflect the times, because I think we're seeing stories like the Luigi Mangione story, and we look at the Charlie Kirk story and you go, wow, vigilantism is becoming more and more common, and less, we're desensitized to it. It's less and less abrasive now. It's less and less notable. It's becoming we're becoming
It's normalized.
normalized with
Right.
it. So the video really keys in on sort of that place that we're at in time, and just putting it out front. And so I'm really proud of the video that we made.
Directed and acted in it.
Yeah.
That's a double threat
It
right there.
is.
And sang it. Hold up. He sang it.
Triple.
Oh, triple.
It's a
Okay,
triple.
all right. Okay.
It's a
Triple.
triple.
You
All
know,
right, thank
I
my
produced
bad.
a song too. So
Oh,
it's
oh,
like,
that quadruple.
Hey, hey,
Quadruple.
Hey,
I don't know with five how to say five, so stop there.
Cinco threat.
Okay.
So two
Cinco threat.
Cinco threat. So two things. I'm still stuck, Miguel. Thank you for being here, but
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on the beautiful story that you shared about the birth of your son. And Sway and I, ironically, were talking about when women are carrying children, how important the environment needs to be around them and the words that are spoken around. And you chose to sing this beautiful song, The Making of You, which I discovered on the Claudine soundtrack. I don't even know like how far back this song goes, the Curtis Mayfield song, I believe you're referring to, from the 70s.
The Makings
of
You.
You.
Oh, my
How
goodness.
how did you discover that song, and why that song, particularly for your son?
That song's on the soundtrack, and it's a soundtrack and album.
Curtis.
For Curtis,
Curtis, yeah.
Curtis did the soundtrack for Superfly. But it's also an album. I believe it's the whole album is on there, but
Yeah.
it's that album.
You ain't got to look it up. We'll look it up.
I gotta look it up.
Okay,
but,
go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
It's a little early in dad brain as well. But this album is just one of those ones where you have a few incredible songs on there. Miss Black America's on there, incredible song. Miss Black America, we thank you, Miss. I mean, that song. Pusher Man is on there.
I'm your pusher.
That's it. Pusher. That's
Yeah.
iconic songs.
I'm that nigga in the alley.
Yeah,
Went right to that line.
I'm
Swag.
your mom,
Okay.
I'm your man.
Yeah.
I'm your
Yeah.
mama. I'm
Baddest
your
bitches.
daddy.
Yeah.
I'm that nigga in the alley. I'm your pusher.
Man. Yeah.
Oakland banger.
Pusher Man.
Yeah.
So on that album is The Makings of You. Man, that song is. I heard that song and it just. It absolutely one of the songs I can still listen to, from the first time I heard it to now. Anytime I play it, I get. My eyes get watery. I kind of well up because I didn't know how significant it would be, but when I found out I was going to be a father, it was the song that I thought of first, and I was like, that's the song I'm going to sing to him in his development all the way through. And so I said I would sing it every day, and I did. Every day I sing that song, along with a couple other songs, and just see. When he was born, if he would recognize it.
Recognize your
that's
voice.
What happened. Yeah.
The other thing you mentioned about taking a minute, just taking a minute to step back. Do you think artists are afraid to do that? Especially, you were talking about this business and this industry and how it just feels like if people don't see you, sort of, they feel like you're not doing anything. But in reality, you trying to get your shit together. You're getting your life together, your family, all of these things. But I think folks are afraid to take a moment to stop for a second and look back. What are your thoughts on that as well? Were you afraid initially to take that moment that you needed?
I think it wasn't a conscious decision at the time. It was I'm just taking the time I need, and when it's time, it'll be time. And over time, I kind of was like, do I need to come back? Do I want to come back?
Wow.
The big question was, do I really want to come back for this?
Damn. I
It's
see
a
your
lot.
whole team cringe every time you say that.
I mean, I think Drew is like, and you Drew's been with me since day one.
Beautiful people that you
Man.
got around you.
Yeah. It became, it got real comfortable. It got cozy, and it's like, why do I do? I was working on music, but there's so much more that has to happen if you're gonna put the music out and you're gonna promote it and you're gonna do talk about it, and then ask the questions and be taken out of context, and then do all of the things that it requires to the business of music or the business of entertainment, which is a part of the art, and making a living with the art form. So I didn't really have the drive, to be real honest, and it wasn't until, again, like I said, coming to a point where I had to start facing myself and get to the digging of, okay, well, I gotta really figure out how I'm gonna be the best me for him, that I got to uncover some of the necessary avoidances, the things that I was avoiding, that gave me that I think are behind a lot of my hesitation in the past, and the things that didn't come to fruition in the past, that I needed to take back the my value, which is really interesting. I think over time I started to relate my value with put the value of myself in the hands of my success. So if songs or albums were successful or became really successful, then I started to correlate my personal value with the success. And I needed to take the time to take that back, really to take it back.
The making of you.
I
The
like
makings
it.
of me. That's right.
That's the next album. That's gonna be the next EP.
Thank you for
The
sharing.
making of me.
Thank
Kel.
you for sharing that. Very, very heartfelt, and as someone who spent time as an artist full time, I totally relate to that. Yeah.
It's a slippery slope to find success, and it's not that I found the dose that I needed to get me right, and I can see that with clarity now. And so I have a tremendous amount of gratitude. It's a trip when you can look at things and go, oh, I see how my what I carry, how it enabled me and how it empowered me, and I also see how it kind of helped me, and maybe in a way it was what I needed in the time, but let me look at all this that I'm carrying. Do I still need? No, I don't need that. I definitely need this. I'm gonna keep that.
Okay.
Let me get rid of that. And then you put that motherfucker back on. You all right? You tighten the straps up.
Yeah, like okay.
All right. Okay, let's go. And that's where I feel. I've got
We
new
are.
mountains to climb. I've got new.
Amen.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's a motivation. Keep going, man. I got new mountains to climb. Keep
Keep
adding.
flowing.
That's right.
I got new hurdles to jump. Keep
That's
flowing,
right.
bro.
That's right. That's right.
New walls to break through.
That's
Miguel,
right.
keep flowing,
That's
man.
right. New oceans to travel.
Dude.
New
Shit.
depths to dive to. It's right. That's right. All of it. All of those things. New planets to reach.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Get that guy's attention.
Yeah.
This guy right here. Scott, come say hi to Miguel, the award-winning artist. This is Scott
Grammy
Greenstein.
Award winning.
What's up, Scott?
Grammy Award winner Scott Greenstein right here, man. He runs this whole ship. He never gets on camera. Scott, he ran out of there.
Get me out of here now. Stat.
Thanks, Scott.
Scott, I understand. That's why I stayed away so long.
Yeah, Scott, get it, man. He's
I'm done.
playing out here. Tracy, you all the way in New York. I know he's one of your favorites.
Oh my gosh, going way, way, way back. My appreciation for Miguel is boundless. I remember the very first time we ever spoke. I want to say this was back in like 2009 when I was working for Honey Magazine. Yeah,
That's right.
and Sure Thing was killing it on MySpace, and I got in conversation with my Scorpio brother, and depth was the word. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy, whether you're expressing yourself through conversation, through the music, of course, through visuals, you just take us through all of these different dimensions. And so it's a really beautiful thing to grow with you. Truly, truly, especially now that you have the layer of father added to you. And that's another space for you to tap in. But what I'm wondering, as a virtuoso, right, in music, you're constantly collecting all of these sounds, all of these references, and, kind of pinning them on your inspiration board, so to say. But I'm wondering, like, what role does silence have in your process? You're always listening, even to your own voices. But whether it is, creating distance from distractions, or literally like pausing on music to just hear the sounds of nature, or meditation, what is silence in Miguel's process?
Ooh, I always love, first and foremost, it's been a long time, so thank you.
Yes.
And it's our season.
Yes,
It's
it
our
is.
season,
Let's
baby.
go.
Let's
Your birthday's
go.
tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Man,
Let's go.
let's go.
right.
Taking
Damn,
it
it's
off.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Celebrating.
Yes, wait. He's tomorrow. I'm the
Celebration.
13th. Tracy's the 17th. Let's go with
Let's
the
go.
debit
Let's-
card.
Yeah, hey.
The hell?
Let's go. The gifts.
Let's
Gotta start flowing.
Yo,
Run it up. You gotta
Swipe
run
it.
that up. Son.
Run it.
Crazy,
That's
man.
what happens. You know.
Crazy.
That's what happens.
All right, I
Um,
got you, Miguel.
Wow. Beginning and with Miguel.
Yeah, right.
Listen, the silence. That silence is where you find, I think, the artistry. You know, I feel you find an artist in the silence. I think Miles said that. You know, you can hear an artist in where they choose to remove themselves. You know, and the choices in the music. And I think it's the same can be true and said about, you know, taking a pause. I certainly found a lot of who I am in removing. And man, another one, a cut is worth 1,000 boosts. That's Dave Saadiq, who's a brother, and he's on this album as well. But it's the same in life, you know. It's like removing things. It can be way more effective, I think, than adding. The addition and adding and adding and more and more and more. I think removing things, distractions, you know, can really help give the clarity, and it certainly helped for me. And that's where I think you can find the purpose of things and how valuable and the weight of things, and use them and find how important they are to you, and then decipher what is not important, what is. So I don't know if that answered your question.
It
but
does.
Going away really gave me clarity for sure. And I think you asked this too, Heather. It's like, I didn't plan on going away, and I think it's really hard to go away now. It's even harder now.
Why you say that?
Before,
Okay.
it would be you can find interviews. I remember
that's
finding a Sade interview where they were asking her, like, you know, how do you feel being away for so long? And she says the same thing. This is back when things were much slower, and it was expected for artists to be away for a year and a half, 2 years before they came with the album. The process of making an album and releasing an album required so much more time and effort because the technology wasn't there. Just the sheer making of music required a lot more effort, and it was a more time intensive process. But now the demand feels like you're supposed to just
That's why I asked.
stay on and be on and keep going and show up and be in the camera. And
Why haven't you posted?
where's the pose?
Post.
Yeah,
Where's the pose?
pose?
Yo, I collaborated with you, Miguel. Why you didn't accept
Why you didn't
it?
accept it?
And yet I understand. I understand. We all understand.
Yeah.
But for me, I hope I can take my moments as needed. But I've kind of gotten the headspace that for the next 10 years, in 10 years I'll be 50 years old. Now I have the energy. This is a push. So I intend on being as productive and impactful as possible, with a different kind of intention. And I can't go away for 8 years.
No.
I don't think I could. I will never find the momentum again, honestly. I know I won't. So right now is me pushing for the ultimate momentum. I haven't even hit stride. This is like, okay, let's go, and it's gonna be on. So, you know, the things I think that are sustainable now are that I have decided that I will take my moments as needed with no hesitation. You know, it's like, okay, nope, I need a beat. Give me a second. Let me come and really maximize on that and like really make it quality, and then come back and keep doing it. So I don't want to leave more than, you know, a few, honestly, like a handful of months between my projects now.
Really?
Like, yeah.
So we got another project.
Listen.
Okay. Let's work this one first.
Bruh.
Okay, let's work CAOS first, but we got some more projects.
Even if it's not me up front.
Yeah.
It's just that I want to continue. I want my output to be, and if I'm behind something, it's projects. Again, that's the other part, is like being able to pour what I have into other projects and into other artists, into other stories, means that I get to be present without necessarily being up front.
Right.
Okay.
So it's also a considered approach whereby we get to get the mission off and the intention infused in all of it, but also not have to be, you know,
up front.
Be up front.
Miguel is here. I can relate to that in a couple ways. I'm gonna play a song.
Yeah.
Two things when I think about you being present in different forms, not necessarily being up front. I look at Anderson and Bruno, right, coming together, that collaborative project. Are there artists like that you collaborate with, or you have something in workings?
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, there's definitely been a few that are like, we've been talking about it,
Uh-huh.
just haven't done it yet.
Throw some names. Who would we'll tell you if it's a good idea or not.
Man, good ideas, great ideas. Listen, I think all of them are good ideas.
Yeah?
I
Okay.
feel like left of center would be
Okay.
just something really unexpected. Excuse me, would be crazy. But of the expected ones, I keep hearing Cole. Everyone's like, you and Cole,
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
you and
Yeah.
Kendrick, you all of my guys that I feel we have a natural like there's a complementary thing about our styles that when together work well. You know, it's like good pairings. I think all those ones. I think I'd love to do a project with just female MCs. I feel like just to produce all female MCs and to sing and like do the hooks and all of that. I
That
think it
would
would be
be
crazy.
dope.
Rhapsody.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. Doshi.
Uncle
Yes,
Dochi.
Doja.
Man,
Get-
raps would be crazy.
Yeah.
Doja.
Jane
Jane Hancock.
Jane
What-
Hancock
wow.
from the Bay.
Crazy.
Yo.
Crazy. And there's a lot of new
Bree
younger.
Trilla.
Yeah.
Yep,
yeah,
Bree
yeah.
Trilla
But like
is
MC spitters too.
Yeah. Crazy.
Would be crazy. Would
That'd
be,
be
would
great.
be hard. Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
But then also like bring the Sweeties, bring the
Bring the
you know,
Sweeties.
bring
Yep,
all,
yep.
bring all,
Bring
just
that
get up.
Bay.
Yes, yeah.
Detroit
yeah.
Diamond, bring them all, man.
Detroit
Let's go.
Diamond,
Yeah,
oh, that's
man,
my
it'd be
God.
crazy.
It would go crazy.
Yeah.
it would be hard.
And then get a Moo Fresh on there.
Hey,
Ooh,
you might have
Momo.
to A&R that.
I would love to, bro.
You have to
Like,
handle
I would
that.
love to participate. If you do
Yeah.
that, dead ass serious.
That would be,
I would
That
love
would
the
be
input.
fire.
Word.
And we're on top of MCs.
Yeah, we
so
just
I'm
and we champion
dead
them
serious,
and
bro,
usher
yeah.
them in and
Yeah.
want to have the time to shine. And I when you said it, Miguel, is so crazy because some reason I thought of Babyface initially and
Yeah.
what he did for the soundtrack
Yep.
for the movie.
Waiting to Exhale.
Waiting to Exhale.
Yeah.
That's right.
But from a female MC perspective, I've never seen it done,
Right.
and I know you would care for the project
Yeah.
in a way that we would need it to the caring for. So, man, you got my vote for it. Please,
Word,
yeah,
word.
just do that. It would be beautiful and support it.
Man, that's
for sure.
we might have to. We're gonna have to.
Call Sway.
No,
He-
no,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
dead ass.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I'm
I
like,
know. I was
I'll
like,
help y'all with
actually,
that.
that's a
yeah.
banger.
And then people gonna look at that like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
Miguel and Sway got together and did this thing.
man.
Just don't get on the
Crazy.
track, Sway, and try to spit bars.
I would have to.
So he's gonna
No
have to
bars,
go on
Sway.
tour.
Right, Severe. I would have to say something.
No
you
doubt.
can say something, but no bars, bruh.
Damn, she
That's
said,
crazy.
please no bro.
No
No
bars.
bars.
Intro,
You
because
said,
he
please
get
no
carried
T
away.
spokes. We gotta get T spokes on that.
Yep.
Look, let's play the title track, Chaos. Miguel
Let's
is
go.
here.
Let's go.
I want to open the phone lines. Y'all
Yeah,
know who
man.
he is. Smart
Yeah.
questions only. If you don't have them, don't call. But I know you do. 888-742-3345.
Let's go.
Turn that up.
Hey.
I'm over here working, Sway.
Who you talking to, Drew?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm trying to invite Miguel to our Sirius XM Sway in the Morning karaoke night.
When is that?
Tuesday night.
This Tuesday coming up?
Yeah, from 5 to 7. Well, you could come from
Whenever?
5 to 5:15 if you want to. You could just.
Where's it at? Where?
Right here.
Oh,
In the-
here.
In this building.
We have a beautiful stage and sound stage, everything downstairs.
Man, I'm here.
You
This
come?
is like 7. This is like 10 minutes from the crib. 10 minutes.
Oh. Oh.
Are you serious? You would come by?
I'll pull up. We're here. We're in town.
He said that. He was like, "Yo,
I'm doing my favorite verses from Biggie. I'm doing.
oh,
I'm doing
you
like,
doing
I'm
a
doing, I'm doing like I'm
10
doing
Crack
MC.
Commandments?
I'm doing 10 Crack Commandments. I might do some Far Side.
Oh.
I'm gonna
she
do.
keeps on passing me by."
You know it.
I love that.
That's right.
Oh, that would be incredible.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I think I was just saying, Drew, like for people to see you, like you have such a beautiful energy
No,
and a beautiful spirit, and it's a need right now, bro.
Love.
More than
Thank you.
anything, like
Thank
we need these hugs right now
That's
for
right.
sure.
That's
we
right.
need them.
That's right. Also, just the crazy thing is finding the balance on the album of that, and also just the aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
This temp. I feel like I'm my most aggressive now, but also to have that in my spirit and to
Amen.
capture it on the album was also took some time. It took some crafting. You know, it took a little bit of like, okay, how do we find the balance? Because I also want to feel the warmth. You know, I still want to feel that in the music.
Yeah.
But I would say we're not in a give me a hug time. It's not time for like it's all good and everything's warm and it's time to get to it.
Yeah.
It's time for it's that action, you know.
It's that action.
And so yeah, we were just talking about that.
We were just talking about that, and I'm gonna read a quote from you. That's why I'm looking down. Because as I hear you speak, you've been very, the continuity in your messaging has been very cohesive and also consistent. And after you dropped your single "CAOS," which we just played,
Yeah.
and when you listen to that song, you feel like you're watching a movie, right? Like I listen to that song, and I'm seeing all kinds of imaging in my head. And you made a comment. You said, to rebuild, I had to destroy myself.
Yeah.
That is the core confrontation of chaos. Through my personal evolution, I learned that transformation is violent. Chaos is the sonic iteration of me bending that violence into something universally felt. My gosh.
Man, that's love.
Yeah.
Bars.
Can you break that down for me? Did I just break that? That was bars
Energy.
right there.
Yes, sir.
You're like
That is our. Tell me that's not.
Yes.
It's like, look.
Look.
That's why
Phoenix.
birthdays be introspective. Yeah, exactly.
Severe commented on the read. He said the read was great.
Yeah, the read
Oh,
was
wow.
incredible.
Okay,
It was
thank
like
you.
a monologue.
Severe said that.
That's right.
But how did you come to that conclusion? It's
It's
violent. You
It's-
used the word violent.
It is, but it is that process that is refining. Water doesn't find its way without going through the sediment, without going through the rocks, going through all of the. It's not an easy process by which we refine ourselves and refine and hone what we want in our lives and how we want to feel. It's not by any relaxed approach that we go, okay, cool, like we just got here. None of us got to this room by just cozy, relaxing. It was
Playing the
with
wall,
a tremendous amount of effort, a tremendous amount of sacrifice, a tremendous amount of learning and failing and getting back up, fighting through and dealing with the pressure and dealing with the expectation and we all got so much pressure that is a part of who we are and how we behave and how we choose and how we lead and that make us resilient in order to do it again.
Yeah, and again.
And again, and again, and again. And it is a violent process by which we refine and we actually build better. So this time I think that we're looking at and what we're experiencing, though it feels like there's so much uncertainty and maybe, man, we don't know if it's the end or what's coming. I think what it really is opportunity. It is a reckoning with what is not working, and it's you can choose to figure it out. You know, it is the putting it in front of us to the point where we cannot avoid it.
Yeah,
and it's also a reflection of, I think, as within, so without. You know, so it's an opportunity, I think, and that's why this album, to me, I can get behind this album and get in front of the camera and talk the thing because I'm like, man, it's important. I've learned that, all of these moments are inflection points. These are times where we can look at what's not working and do it better, build it better, break that shit down.
Break that
Yeah.
down
You know what I mean?
violently.
Exactly.
Yeah, break
Yeah,
it
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Miguel is here, 888-742-3345. CAOS, the artwork cover. You have a double mask raised above your head and your face, right? And it reveals you with this devilish grin.
Yeah.
So people don't think that you worshiping something.
Right.
Can you explain
They're
that?
like, what
to
happened? Oh my gosh, it's so with so much intention. So in across Latin diaspora, there's a celebration that has been important. That's called La Danza de los Diablos, which is a commemoration. It's in Mexico, it's a commemoration of the freeing of African slaves in Mexico, which in and of itself was something that I just connected with deeply, being Afro-Mexican, not born in Mexico, but by way of my heritage, I'm Black and Mexican, and so it was a discovery that I just related so deeply to, because here I am creating this album about me trying to free myself from my shadows and all of the things that have held me back and the things that I want to grow from. Also in my practice through meditation and whatnot, finding some belief in a Buddhist or relating to Buddhist belief. And there's a story in Buddhism that's centered around inviting Mara to tea, which essentially is like inviting it's inviting your demons to tea. And I know in Christianity that sounds crazy, but it's an analogy. It's words. That's invite your shadows, the things that you've been avoiding, the things burdening you from really becoming your greatest self, you know, and leaning in on your purpose and all of the greatness that you are. Those things that are on our backs that we carry that aren't really helping us, the intrusive thoughts, so to speak. Those things, I just found so much. I related to that so much, and so when I've discovered La Danza de los Diablos, and that it's a commemoration of Africans freeing themselves from slavery. Man, I was like, this is the best. This is a way to connect like who I am and how I feel I am in this moment and the importance of this work that's on this album. It's relating that to me freeing myself from the things that've been holding me back. So yeah, it was an opportunity to I think educate people of a cultural celebration that represents something that I think we all can relate to, and that is growing out of the things that have been holding us back, whatever they are. And so I took it as an important work to do and to educate that also that African blood and culture runs so deep in all of these cultures in the world, you know. So
all of them.
It's dope. Yeah, all of them.
Yeah,
all of them. Yeah,
emphasize
all of them. That was beautiful. Thank you for explaining that, man.
Danza de los Diablos. It's not demonic.
Yeah. I knew that. I knew that.
Yeah.
Heather wanted me to ask you that.
Wow.
Yeah, please,
All right,
absolutely.
okay.
No, it's good. It's good.
This the guy. This
All right,
is what
let me
I
go
deal
to the
with
phone
every day,
It's
Miguel.
love. I love
I'm just
that.
saying, man.
That's why we did it.
Okay, that's why I did it, man.
Yeah.
Meech is on the line
He's
from.
still lying. Go ahead. Hi,
This is
Meech.
my dog. Right? He got my
And he
back.
loving it. He like, yo, are we in your living room right now?
That's how it's supposed to feel. Though. That's how it's supposed to feel.
Miguel was like, yeah, man, that's my dude. Swear, I'm the OG. Heather, you don't understand. When he used to come around, they were like kids.
Yeah.
And they used to come up to the wake-up show like big-eyed and, you know, Drew, you remember these days, big-eyed, like, who are these? Oh, my gosh, I'm in.
Yeah.
And so for him, I'm sure he's like my little bro. This is like big bro, little
I get
bro,
it.
right?
I surely
And so,
get it.
Yeah.
So he ain't gonna diss me.
That's right. No.
Nah.
No, I will snap on you though. I'm gonna snap on you. Maybe not on the air. We'll save it for
Leave that up to me. I got
karaoke
you.
day.
Yeah, karaoke night.
All right, we got Meech from Denver on the line.
Meech, what
go
up,
for it,
Meech?
man. What up, Meech?
What's up? I just have a quick question for Miguel. I just wanted to know, what was your mindset going into working with Mac Miller on the song Weekend?
Wow.
Man, I had no idea what I was walking into. Actually, I got a text from him as I was leaving a mix session, and the studio he was at was right off the next exit. So it was almost like it was meant to be, because you already know LA traffic. The moment I pass that exit on the 405, I'm not turning around. There's no way I'm getting back in that
Okay,
traffic.
it could have been MJ.
I don't care. I'm very sorry. I'll see you tomorrow. Hit me before 5, or you know what I'm saying? Like, don't hit me during trying to. But he hit me with a text like, "Man, I'm at the studio right now. Would you pull up?" And I was like, "Bro, I'm one exit away. Yeah, I'll come over there right now." And I did, and you know, the weekend, he was already had that loaded up.
Uh-huh.
Most of the song was already tracked, and he had a vision for it. We cut it right then and there, and that was it. It was the easiest. It was. I think from ideation, just even the possibility of it, it happened like that.
Yeah.
So it was kind of meant to
Meant
be.
to happen, right?
All that alignment.
Did y'all hang out after that at all?
We kicked it for a little bit,
Yep.
but then I was like, okay, cool. Let me know if you need anything, and I slid
And
up
that was
out of
it?
there. Yeah,
That was magic. Jen,
Yeah.
is that Jen over there just walked in? Jen, say why that she runs this place.
That's dope. What up, Jen?
Sway just
Jen, you want to say hi to, this is Miguel, Grammy-winning artist right here. Come say hi. Make me look good, Jen. We're live on air now. All right.
Come on, Jen.
All right, cool, man.
Don't be shy, Jen.
Jen ran out of there too, boy.
She's like, I gotta go.
They got to get out. That's an amazing story. I saw you post about D'Angelo too. Did y'all get it? You didn't get a chance to meet.
Never got to meet D'Angelo,
Okay.
man. Never got to meet D, man.
Yeah.
One of those ones.
Yeah.
That's a hero. That's
Yeah.
a hero.
Mhm.
I didn't have the words, so when he passed last week, I was on my way to like an AP interview or something, and I found it in the car, and then we just went up and did the interview, and so I was still kind of processing it, and I still don't really have the words, but I mean, D is carried the torch for funk, for soul, and he really created his own. He just did his own. We don't have a lot of those left who have really made a mark on music and impacted all of us like he did. After Prince,
Yeah, after Prince. Wow.
you go, okay, so who is carrying the torch, right?
Yeah.
And the distance between Prince really making his impact and establishing his sound and anyone else kind of doing that on the R&B, soul, funk side is really not a lot of people. And D'Angelo, along with Soul Aquarians and everyone who really are at the forefront of that movement and music, D still stands out as carving his own lane sonically. You know what I'm saying? And I think since him, Bilal has carved his own lane sonically.
Salute to Bilal.
Man, love Bilal. Of course, Erica. But in terms of male, Jill, all of the Angie, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? All of everyone kind of carved their own lane. But in that time, his sound was so distinct.
Yeah.
He was at the forefront of a very different, distinct. Like, what is this? I know this, but woo, this is something else. And it wasn't like, oh yeah, when you listen to D, it wasn't like, oh, he's trying to be Prince.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
You didn't
that.
get that at all.
It was like, oh, I hear it, but this is something else. And I think his impact on music is one that the world will never sound the same without D'Angelo. It's not gonna sound the same.
You're right. It was like the hip hop soul funk. It was just this, all of it, because the beats would start going, and the swag, the references, the Timbs on stage, the no shirt, the jean, it was all You're right. It was everything, full package.
A whole other way of bringing it all together and making it his own. We're gonna miss the dish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're gonna miss that.
That gumbo for sure.
And it's important that we really acknowledge folks too while they're here. And when I hear you talk about D'Angelo, and it's a name that I feel is not mentioned enough, especially when they do the whole best producer thing and the whole nines. Raphael Saadiq.
Raphael
Saadiq. If you, I know people have these best producers lists and all of this.
Speak on it.
And y'all never mention Raphael Saadiq.
Man, he has been successful at being like, no, I'm chilling, I'm low key. Like
that part.
You go through the credits and you're like, woo. Every 5 years, you got something that's gonna live with us forever. That we're forever gonna go back to.
Yeah.
Forever. Every 3 years.
Every three.
And
he was the first person, being from Oakland, to sit and tell me about D, because they had worked on Lady, and I feel like Brown Sugar, maybe.
He's on all the albums.
All the albums. And to hear you say that. Ray used to tell me these things way back in
You
the
mean
day.
Raphael Saadiq?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Ray?
Yeah,
My
first
bad.
name. Yeah, that's right.
My bad,
See,
man.
Miguel, I told
My
you.
bad.
Watch your man.
And
Watch
that's
your
how
man.
he drops. He's like,
My bad.
Ray,
My bad.
yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Y'all know him as
Raphael
Raphael.
Saadiq, y'all know him, man. Let me take 1 or 2 more calls real quick. Meech, you a citizen, brother.
Sway in the morning.
Thank you, Meech. Let's see what you sparked. He said,
Appreciate
yeah.
you.
Let's go to Louisiana.
Wow.
We got Mike on the line. Go ahead,
What's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike.
Laissez bon temps rouler, me llamo de Miguel from Louisiana.
Hey.
What up, Mike? That's right.
Yo, Miguel.
Okay.
Hey, you call yourself
What's up?
as an artist, like Sway called himself Jamard and all that there. So is your name really Michael?
No, my name is Miguel. I'm named after my
Miguel.
father, for sure.
10-4.
Yeah, Miguel.
Also, you the junior. Did you name your baby the third?
Different name,
Right.
but not the third. I'm not the third. My father is the second, named after my tata, my grandfather. Miguel Angel
Your
Pimentel
tata.
that's my father's name. Miguel Angel. I'm Miguel Jontel Pimentel, and my son is
my name-
different than me as well.
Yeah, my name is Michael Maggie Jr. My father is Michael Maggie Sr., and my son probably going to have the middle name of Michael. Thank you for that.
That's right.
Thank you for
Yes. We got to keep the lineage, though. We stay in there.
You stay in
Right,
there. Hey,
right. But it
That's
don't
right.
matter if your son don't name his son the same thing.
Right. I think a little nod is nice. A small nod, like just put me in there, even if you use my middle name. I'm
Just
cool.
be a good
That's all
child.
that
Just be a
counts.
good child.
Yeah.
I love
Mike, you a
y'all. I
super
thank
citizen,
y'all.
brother. Love you
Love
too,
you too.
man.
Sway in the morning.
Yeah, man. Jamal
y'all.
in Nebraska. What you want to
Appreciate
say?
Wow,
Jamal?
Nebraska.
Yep.
Jamal.
This call,
Jamal, you there?
if anything. This call is
Yeah, I might hear, but it's Jamel though, Sway.
What happened?
He said Jamel.
Oh, Jamel. My bad,
What up,
Jamel. My bad, Jamel. How you doing, brethren?
He's recording the call.
He's recording the call?
Yes,
okay.
he gotta
Hold
get it
up.
right.
Hey, let me let it sound good for you then. Hold on, hold up, Jamel. Hold up, man.
Yeah,
Hold up.
yeah.
You recording the call?
He's gonna do it again.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, he's here. Like, Miguel is here to talk to this citizen.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
Jamel. Miguel came to talk to Jamel about his project. Jamel from Nebraska is on the
Miguel talking to Jamel.
Jamel.
Okay.
There we go.
And so for everybody, we finally got him. Jamel is on the line. All right, come on, man.
Hey, Jamel.
Man, Jamel.
My guy,
It's such a
Jamel.
Sway
pleasure
made it
finally talk to
happen.
you, man.
Yeah, bro. It's an honor, man.
You're funny. You're too funny. Yo,
Take your time, brother. Hey, so say hi to Miguel. What you got for him?
yo. Once again, man, it was a pleasure hearing your story, man, and how you went through the whole process
Yeah.
on the album. Really, really dope creative as always, man. I really love the work on Coco. The question I have for you is, as a creative, man, I know you go through a lot of different processes as you are thinking about creating songs. How do you stay consistent, like you talked about earlier, staying resilient and staying true to your sound? I know you're creating so many different songs. So how do you stay say these songs are going to be on this project, and how do you say, you know what, I'm going to go in Spanish or English on this? As a creative, you go through so many different modes. So could you speak to that?
Yeah, choosing. Yeah. Choosing is the work reveals itself for me. So I didn't know what this album was going to culminate in. I just knew that I was speaking what was real for me in real time. And I took, in the end, when I could see it, it was a song in Spanish. There's a song on the album called El Pleito that really gave the album the shape that it was like, oh, this is the statement, and everything else should center around this message. And the message in the song is that I'm reflective and thinking about the journey and what I had to sacrifice and what my family had to sacrifice and what everyone has to sacrifice in their journey through life, and how integral finding purpose in the chaos is into really creating, the kind of energy and the determination that growth requires. So when I wrote the song, it was in Spanish, and I could only tell that story in Spanish, and it informed the rest of the project. So that was the one that gave me this is the theme. Now let me build everything that's happened in the last. Let me give you all the moments that got me here in the last 8 years. And so that was kind of the tent pole, or that was the cornerstone, so to speak. And I just kind of went through all of the moments throughout the 8 years, and that spoke to that and gave the audience a sense of like where I was growing from. And that's why the first song is CAOS. The message of that song is Prefiero mi dolor, which is I prefer my pain, sobre una vida sin color, which is instead of a boring life, or instead of a life without color. So I came into writing this album and starting this album looking at all of the chaos I was creating in my life like I needed it. That I needed all the smoke, that I needed I was the drama, so to speak. Yeah. And that was
like Cardi.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It was like I'm the problem. Oh, it's me.
Am I the drama?
Yeah, really. And that's how I start. That's where I was. And then the album kind of goes through really coming to terms with my avoidance, how I lean into my hedonistic ways to not address some internal conflict, what that internal conflict is, my identity, and so on and so forth. And then coming to the realization that it's all about, the process, the violent process and beautiful nature of change. And that's chaos. That's CAOS.
Yo, hey, Jamel,
Bravo.
great question. I'm glad we saved you for last, brother. You really brought it home, man.
Yeah.
Way to finale. All right? Take a bow, Jamel.
Let's go. Thanks, Jamel.
Hey, I'm going to give you your citizenship, and I'm going to see if Miguel can say a sway in the morning. All right? So this is very official.
Let's go.
Jamel, you a citizen.
That's right. On Sway in the Morning.
There you go.
Hey! Nailed it.
He killed that. All right, Jamel, have a beautiful day. Give it up for Miguel, y'all. Man, this is a beautiful, amazing, amazing reunion.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Every time.
Every time, brother. And thank you for sharing
Yes.
the joy and the pain.
Mm-hmm.
And then the process and the results of it, man.
Yeah.
And then the blueprint moving forward for the next 10 years.
Got it.
40th will be tomorrow. Whew. This is a milestone.
That's right.
Your 40th birthday.
Man, I
Yes.
can't believe it.
When you reflect on the number 40 growing up, dude, how do you what do you see when you look at your life this past 40 years, man? What are your reflections? This is a milestone. Are you where you thought you would be?
Well beyond. And it's kind of like the buzzer beater.
That's beautiful.
In the very the more recent past, the tremendous amount of growth that I'm grateful to have achieved in terms of myself and knowing where I want to go and how I want to feel and what I get to do, on behalf of my son, my audience as well, and how I can have a deep conversation with them through the art, support other artists, man. I'm tremendously grateful.
Yeah, man. Congratulations. Let me give you some advice, too, because I heard you say earlier in the conversation, in 10 years, I'll be 50. And when that happens, that'll be the best decade of your life.
Let's
go.
Welcome to freedom.
Welcome to
That's
liberation.
freedom.
That's the freedom.
That's the freedom.
What?
Because
Word.
you're going to find out. I
Okay.
predict to you this decade of your 40s will be the best by far.
Word.
I guarantee it.
I'm with that.
This is going to be
I
your
am with
best
that.
by far. All that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have a better, your blender's better now.
Let's go.
So you're processing things differently, right?
Word.
This is going to, I'm excited for you.
Let's go.
I turned 40. I was working at MTV, and my daughter surprised me. She was, I'm not sure, she was 8 or something. She surprised me, or maybe 9, and she surprised me and did a 40th birthday. I wasn't going to celebrate it, right? And she did little invitations to all my coworkers who some I didn't even rock with.
Right.
Invited them all to my house
Wow.
in Harlem.
That's so adorable.
Right? And they all
Them
they
damn
showed
kids.
They
are
came.
showing up, right?
Right.
But it was a beautiful experience, and it made me look at it differently because I didn't have her, in my 20s, you know what I mean? And when I got to that decade of 40, the understanding, the give a fuck factor, all those things you carried in your backpack before, they won't even make it to the zipper, bro.
That's right.
That
Enjoy
backpack
it.
turned
That's
into a
right.
wallet.
Enjoy your birthday,
woo.
man.
That's right.
Enjoy that, man. Enjoy it with your son, your
love it.
family, your loved ones. Give it up for
Yep.
Miguel, man.
For real.
Give Drew a raise.
That's
just
right,
all of this
right,
shit,
right.
man.
He's like, yes. Yes.
CAOS, man. The album is
Get
out
it.
tonight.
That's
Get
right.
it.
Midnight. Make sure y'all
On
get
his
that
born
album.
day, on his birthday.
On his birthday.
Yeah,
Yes.
go bang that. Buy the vinyl at s1c.la for my
nice.
birthday.
There you
That's
go.
right. That's right.
Nice.
You buy it where?
s1c.la.
There you go. All right, this is Miguel. Thank you for coming by. We love you, brother.
Man, love
All
y'all.
right,
Love
and
you
much
guys.
more success,
Yeah.
and we're gonna work on that project.
Yeah.
All right, that'll be
that's
great.
right.
It's
No
gonna be
bars
lit.
though. No bars.
No,
I say we get Heather B on the project.
That's
Oh,
right.
it's-
Come on now. Yes, sir.
I had to bring him back out. We got to bring you back out.
Come on.
There's something behind this with him.
No,
We'll
it's
talk
not.
off camera.
You should be. You in my top 5.
We'll talk. Here's the problem with this guy. So Redman, who we all know and love, right?
Get the verse ready, DB, if you got it.
Redman dropped a new project this year,
Right.
and he asked me to be a part of it.
Right.
He did a track with artists from Jersey. I had no interest because that minute that you was talking about, you find I'm good, Reggie. But I realized what he was going to do and what it meant to him for that project.
Right.
So I jumped on.
Right.
And I'm out.
Right.
Like I was in and out.
that's it.
And I was out. This man won't let it go.
He's like,
just
"Keep going."
Why don't you just keep going? But it's to all. I'm so glad you explained what you broke down, just in that the energy and the strength and all that it takes to create, right? As an artist, as a creator, it's a lot more than what people think. And there's a space when you actually writing, then you have to go in the studio and record it, and then the space you have to get in to perform it.
Yeah.
It's all the things, and people never look at that part of it. But he won't let up.
Okay, let me do this, Miguel. I know you got to go. Let's throw the verse on this, and if you hear her rap,
Right.
and you feel like, I think this would be great for this project I want to put together.
That you
Well,
and him
go.
putting together, because
Well,
now you're
I'm
in
helping.
it.
I'm helping.
Okay.
He putting it.
I
I'm
love
just
it.
helping. I got to.
It's
Miguel, thank you.
All
This
right.
man knows.
That's hard. Stop playing.
So
Stop
the
playing.
concept he
Stop.
put on me, Latifah, Nikki D, the artist from Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all
That's-
got together on one track.
that's
So
hard.
thank
We're
you,
gonna put
Redman.
together-
Thank you,
Come on,
Miguel.
let's
We're
go.
gonna put together a project of ill MCs that need
Females, he
that
says,
female
specifically.
Female
MCs.
MCs for
Yeah.
sure.
All right, that's
hard.
it.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do. DJ Severe.
Yes,
We
Severe.
appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
LA
Always,
Dodgers.
family. Yes,
Official.
yes, yes.
Congratulations on the World
Congratulations,
Series.
Regina.
Let's go Dodgers.
Thank you.
Let's
go Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Let's go Dodgers.